This $15 Spanish red spent more time aging in oak than most cabs that cost 3 times as much. Welcome to Pair This With, I'm Nick, and we find you wines that fit your life. This is part 3 of our series of wines to try instead of Cabernet at your holiday table. Cabernet is a great choice, but it's not your only choice, and today I want to show you what happens when you go for complexity and value instead of sheer power and big dollars. This is Areienzo de Marqués de Riscal, Rioja Crianza, that means an aged Rioja from Spain. This particular wine has been aged 17 months in American oak barrels, and that's not a marketing gimmick or some type of, way to get you to buy it. It's a legal requirement in Rioja. And uniquely, this bottle comes exclusively from Rioja Alavesa, the smallest Rioja subregion that produces extremely refined versions of Rioja. Right, so let's pour this in the glass and then swirl, sniff, and sip. On the nose, you get red cherry with a little bit of dried fruit and like a subtle coconut vanilla note from the American oak that it ages on. You get medium-bodied, bright acidity with that red fruit up front, but then it shifts into like a really nice savory back end with a little bit of leather and a little bit of baking spice. The finish lingers nicely without overpowering you. Really good red wine. But not only does this wine taste good, it makes a lot of sense for your wallet. A $40 or $50 Cabernet from California gives you concentration, ripe black fruit, and bold tannins. They're built to impress, but this Rioja is built differently. It's built to complement. You're getting aged complexity, savory depth, and structural elegance for $15. That's not a compromise, it's just a different way of making wine. And that way of making wine is exactly why this works so well with prime rib. A big Cabernet can compete with the richness of the roast. The tannins grab the fat, and everything's just fighting for attention. This Rioja takes a different approach. The bright acidity cuts through the richness, and those savory, earthy notes from the oak aging actually echo the flavors that you get from a beautiful sear on the outside of the meat. It lifts the dish instead of wrestling with it. Areienzo de Marqués de Riscal Rioja Crianza is under $15 at Lake Geneva Country Meats. Coming from one of Rioja's most respected producers, and especially for a bottle coming from Rioja Alavesa, this is a heck of a deal. If you're building your holiday wine lineup, check out the rest of this series for more Cabernet alternatives. There's nothing wrong with Cab, but it's also fun to try something new. And if this video helped you find a wine that fits your life, subscribe so you don't miss any of our other suggestions. Thanks for watching Pair This With. Cheers!